Hi, and welcome to another episode of AdTastic. I'm your host, Tony Stanall, and today I'm pleased to bring onto the show someone I've known for several years now, Rob FitzGerald, formerly of Empower. Welcome, Rob.
Hi, Tony. Good to see you again.
And you. Now, you have an illustrious background that would probably take up the entire 5 minutes of this interview to just touch on, but why don't you give us a synopsis of what you've been doing and then what you accomplished at Empower?
Sure. Just a very quick how I got to Empower is I've worked around the world. Obviously started in the UK, worked in China for nigh on 8 years, 3 years in Japan, and then came to the US and have been in the US for 12 years. Came to Empower 4 years ago. It was a small to mid-size, quite traditional media operation. And we set about transforming it, I would call, into a modern brand activation agency. So, adding in content studios I previously worked in social media agencies. So that whole kind of idea of production and content, sort of fast content, we added that in. We added creative, built a creative team, an award-winning creative team. And then added other areas, e-commerce, there was a DTC arm, just really building out a well-rounded agency. And we were very successful. We had 4 years. We actually doubled the size of the agency in those 4 years. Added office in Chicago in 2019, that's already 70 people. Added Atlanta at the beginning of 22, which is already up to, I think, 15 to 20 people. 18 new clients, 40 industry awards. Yeah, a very exciting, intense, interesting time. Building what I think was a modern agency.
Now, what were some of the obstacles to that? I mean, this was an independent agency. You were sort of like the David to the Goliath of the holding companies.
Yeah, I think one of the advantages rather than obstacles is the ability to plan more than 12 months. If you're in a publicly listed company, obviously investing ahead of revenue, investing for even a mid to long term is very, very difficult at an office or country level. It may be being done in headquarters, but it's certainly not being done at the office or I say national level. So first of all, we were able to do that. We were able to plan ahead and see where the business was going. So that's, I think, the biggest single advantage. I think the other advantage for Empower was a general trend, really being able to ride on a macro trend, which was, and whether it continues post-pandemic, we'll see, but a movement away from holding companies, a move for particularly what I would call mid-sized clients, the squeezed middle clients, looking for a different kind of relationship. So we were able to ride on the back of that. And also with that, I think talent was looking to get out of New York, San Francisco. So we were able to attract talent. I think the biggest obstacle is just perception, how you move from being a media agency, which is seen as very executional in the US, to becoming more of a strategic partner. And that's a longer term, that took us longer to do. I think that's always the way. I think even when I say media agencies, I think all agencies now are being treated as executional by clients. So becoming a more strategic partner was our biggest challenge.
Right. Now, you're a free agent now, Rob. In the last few seconds of this interview, tell me what you see on the horizon, maybe for yourself, for the industry. Things have really transformed in the past 2-3 years.
Yeah, I think for myself or for the industry, kind of are the same thing. I think, obviously, agencies, for me, I think agencies there will always be a pull there. Agencies need leaders more than managers now more than ever. In-house, the role of in-house, whether that's agencies or running brand communications, I think that's a changing and evolving role that offers opportunities. But also consulting. One of the areas I'm really getting focused on now is brand purpose. And I think that's easier to do from consulting because it's more than just marketing, more than just advertising. It goes through the whole company. You're working with chief experience officers, CEOs. It's that's an area I think which is really, really interesting. The more how transparent brands now have to be and how authentic they have to be in their brand purpose.
Fantastic. Well, good luck to you, Rob, and let's keep in touch down the road.
Thank you. It's always good to talk to you, Tony.
You too. And thank you for joining us on this episode of AdTastic on the Daily Ad Brief platform. You can find out more about Rob FitzGerald and his travels on dailyadbrief.com. See you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.